Welcome back to the channel. Shout out to Akan Ali and the Truth Hurts podcast. The links to their podcast will be down in the comment section. They had this conversation. It was actually a different part of the conversation that we reacted to the other day. They brought in another older woman who was over the age of 35, 40 years old, moderately attractive. You could tell that maybe she had a heyday, but she had no idea why she wasn't getting good results with men in the present day. And of course, it was because of the obvious, but because she didn't catch it quick enough, it made for a very interesting conversation. And there was some hilarious points in there. Hit the subscribe button, also with the notification bell. Let's not waste 1 minute.
And then sometimes you have women, like women that I know, they're sometimes if they're like single mothers or they've been single for a long time, they're in this independent, and some women thrive in that. I'm independent, I do this and I do that. And I'm like, nah, baby girl, you just grown. You pay your own bills because you're grown. Like you do things because you're grown. This is what adults do, right?
Absolutely.
And so when a man comes around, a good man comes around, they don't know how to get out of that independent status, or that I'm the head of the household, I'm the decision maker status, I'm the leader status. They don't know how to turn that off. And so when life shapes them and they have different experiences and they form their definition of what a woman should be, it's totally different from what a real man is actually going to want. So now they thrive in that masculine way and they expect a man to come around and be quiet. I done seen women, telling a man, nah, baby, we doing this. You need to do this. And this is what I said we gonna do. So it's hard for them. But I will say, I don't know who's more crazier in these situations. The women for, not being quiet and demasculating a man, or a man putting up with that, because women are only going to do what a man allows. Men need to raise their standards, make them work for you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man, it sure hits different when a woman is saying it, isn't it? Because when men say it, we automatically are hit with a lot of negative pushback, a lot of labels. People make assumptions about our relationships with our family members that they couldn't possibly know. They make assumptions about our sexuality that they couldn't possibly know.
Nigga, you gay.
But it's funny, when another woman notices, you're almost forced to accept it with a little bit more truth. Go ahead and get back into it.
They get mad at me when I say things like that. I don't even. So I'm a firm believer that masculine women are attract feminine men. I think that masculine women attract feminine men, just like feminine women attract masculinity. And I am a firm believer in that. And it's just so funny because if you run across any extremely opinionated or loudmouth ass woman that comes off with all of these forms of aggressiveness, you'll start to see, like, she'll always complain about how men are sassy or soft, because that's what she attracts. That soft man is attracted to the hard in you. That's what you got to understand.
I think that's why a lot of people assume that jazz girl that goes viral often on these panels, I think that's why a lot of people assume that the guy who she's dealing with is a simp for these same reasons.
That soft man looks at you and be like, damn, she a protector and a provider. He's seeking the masculine qualities in you. Just like I'm telling you, these these masculine men, they love a soft woman because she's a damsel in distress. And she wants you, like you said, it's not a dick measuring contest. She wants you to come in and take the trash out. She wants you to sleep by the door to make sure the house is protected. She's going to wait and let the door be open. These chicks is opening the door. They spit like you, stand like you, gun on the nightstand like you. You're like, well, goddamn, like, do you want to? Like, let me know what you want. Anyway, how are you, Levitra? Is that how I pronounce your name?
Yes, it is. I am doing great. And yourself?
Life is stupendous. How can I help you this evening?
Well, I'm just tuning in. I've seen a few of your, a couple people tagged me under a few of your stats. So I was like, well, let me just see what's going on here. But this is a great topic about, being that alpha female and dealing with an alpha man and learning how to be submissive. It is hard. And I do identify with what she said. It is hard to start to accept a good man in your life, because in today's society, it's like, where are they? You know what I'm saying? And it's just running into it in circles. But yeah, I feel like if a good man was brought into my life to lead correctly, I think I would be able to soften up for
That is such bullshit.
through as a
People who are big psychology buffs like me, I don't have a psychology degree, but I'm thinking about getting one. But I'm very interested in psychology. One of the things that you learn about human pathology is that what takes many months and years to build up when it comes to patterns and behavior often takes a similar amount of time to rewire those behavioral patterns or whatever those tendencies are that you've built up over the years. So when I hear these masculine women say, oh, if I met the right guy, then all of a sudden I would be able to just go on a different course of behavior. It actually goes against the way the human mind works. It's just they're juvenile and quick in their perspective. Let's not waste too much time. Let's get back into the clip.
and how much you've had to take on, and and that's where I'm at in my life.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
A lot of women always know what a bad man is and what a bad leader is. What is a good man?
A good man to me is a God-fearing man who is led by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who is going to come correct and know how to treat a lady.
In the Black community, when we don't have anything intellectual to say, we just go to something that we know we all find valuable on some level, which we're a very Christian ethnicity. So we just know that if we lean on God, nobody will question anything that we have to say after it because we're all ultra Christian over here. And it's very cheap. When you see Black people doing this in conversation, know that they probably 9 times out of 10 don't have anything intellectual to bring to the discussion because they're looking to throw propaganda and things that are just relatable to you to kind of distract you in front of where their logic should be. Go ahead and get back into it.
To him that has been raised correctly, so
And her smoke detector.
that's my answer to that one.
But do you see what I mean? Like you're correlating the way he treats you on if he's a good man or not. What if he doesn't treat you just like the sister said? If you need to raise his standards, he doesn't treat you good because you may not be the person you think you are.
Then that's what getting to know each other is about. You know what I'm saying? Is seeing if this is the person you're compatible with. If not, then y'all need to move around. So
if you say treat a woman good, why should a man treat a woman good?
Because that's what you should do. Everybody should treat everybody good, rather man or woman. You know what I'm saying? That's my outlook on it. So, everybody should treat everybody good.
So a woman should treat a bad man good.
Yeah, because the last say is the Lord. I'm gonna treat everybody accordingly. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna treat a man good. And if he treat me bad, I'm gonna still treat him good. But eventually, somebody gonna have to walk away.
Accordingly and good is not the same thing, though. Treating somebody accordingly and treating somebody good is not like to treat you good is to mean I'm treating you like up to a standard. To treat you accordingly would be if you treating me like shit, I'm going to treat you accordingly to how you're treating me. So you're treating them good or accordingly.
In that moment until you decide to walk away. If you ain't strong enough to walk away, then you're gonna treat a person accordingly until you walk away.
No, but you said you should treat everybody good, and you said if that man doesn't treat you good, you should walk away. So then that can't be the definition. It's a contradiction. If you're saying you should treat it, then you should still be with your man.
Depending on what you're willing to allow. And so eventually, if you see this isn't for you, then you walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? But if this is something you want to do, treat him accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So it's just both sides.
And I'm as long as it's up in the air like that. But I'm telling you, sister, as long as it's up in the air like that, you're going to continue running into what you're running into because what is that? Because a lot of sisters we run across, and I'm sure sisters run across, the brothers run across, a woman don't typically go, you know what? I love the real bar just like he is. I love truth just like the way he is. Most sisters are trying to mold and shape a man into what they want from somebody, and they'll leave. So if you're this cooperative, submissive woman that wants a man, shouldn't you acquiesce to the man and be molded and shaped by that man if you want an actual leader?
If they want a man, yeah.
Yeah, but when I asked you what a good man is, you said a man who treats a woman good. It had nothing
but you didn't ask me, did I want a man?
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I just answered your question. That was it.
So now it's the plot. Then the plot thickens. Do you want a man?
Not right now.
So then
because I'm not all the way. I'm not all the way coming correct, right?
You lying ass bitch.
The children.
I'm here to tell all of you guys watching here today that there never is a time in a woman's life a single woman's life where she isn't looking for the right man to come in and solve all of her problems. Again, the Nia Long case study. As soon as marriage becomes something that's less obtainable and more out of reach than it's ever become, all of a sudden it's a bad thing, and all of a sudden you've never seen anyone happy in a marriage, and all of a sudden you don't even want it that bad. You'd be okay without it. All of a sudden. But it's funny, when you had all of your prime and the pick of the litter, that wasn't the stance you had.
Goddamn time wasting sons of bitches.
I'm in school full time. Right now, I'm not looking for a man, but if a man is brought into my life, will I give it a try, a chance? Yeah. But it comes a lot with that. You know what I'm saying? It takes time, getting to know a person, all that good stuff. That's when you know if a person is good or bad.
It's a contradiction again, because you said you can't find a good man, but you just said that you're not even ready for it.
No, I said it's hard to find a good man out here.
So it's hard to find a man that will treat you good.
It's hard to find a good man out here.
Hey, Rose, this is the thing.
It's hard to
all
find
day
a good
long.
man.
We come across these panels. Women will say men are easy, but they can't get a husband. Every day, these men are easy. You can get them to do anything you want, but we don't see women with men or husbands. So if men are so easy, you're telling me these easy men are mistreating a mass amount of women? They're just mistreating these women, but they're easy?
I don't know. Who's that question for?
It's for you, Lavitra. I don't understand.
I thought you was talking as a group again.
If they are not no good, okay,
Lavitra,
tell me what you can't get a man to do for you.
Well, I'm not focused on that.
No, I'm asking. No, you said they're not. It's hard to find. Tell me, when the man you were dealing with them, tell me what you couldn't get none of these men to do for you.
Well, actually, I never had that issue. So
damn.
Hey. The guys that I ran into back in the day, they were great. The guys that's running into now, they're not on the same page as what I was used to back in the day.
Yo, you can't make this stuff up, Lavitra. You can't make this up. You just, all the women was co-signing for you. Seem like in the chat, you just said you ain't never had that problem.
Hey, I ain't never had that problem back in the day, but now it's different. That's why it's hard to find a good man. Back in the day it was probably easier, but now it's hard to find anything. So that's why I'm not looking, because the things that were brought to me when I was.
She's failed to ask herself the most important question. Why? Why is it more difficult now that you're older, more use on your body, more experiences? Why is it harder now during this time period than when you were younger? Less baggage, less experience, less children, or whatever the case may be. Why? Why are you having different results in different time periods? I think it's because of the obvious. It's because you've aged out. It's just she doesn't know. So that's why she's letting her bad perspective hang out the way that she is, because she's the only person on the panel who doesn't know that it's her age that's kicking her ass, not the dating market itself.
Seeking, hey, they wasn't worthy.
Would be, did the world change or did you?
I believe a lot of men have changed in how they choose to treat women.
So let me try one more time. So did you get a little bit older?
Yeah, we all get a little older every day.
How old are you? Don't mind me asking.
I'm grown.
You don't find that suspicious?
Younger women don't do that. When you ask a younger woman who's under 30 what her age is, she just tells you, because she hasn't wasted time. Still has a lot of time ahead of her. But you women who are past the wall, when someone asks you how old you are, you don't want to say it. You almost consider it an offensive thing, which is almost proof that on some subconscious level, you know that you shouldn't be single and the age that you're at. That's what is that's a part of what's creating the apprehension to let people know how old you are. Go ahead and get back into it.
So, but yeah, how do y'all feel about women?
You know, it's very attractive when a woman can tell you her age. But that's a whole nother story. Go ahead,
but anyway, so you're grown, which I'm for sure you're grown, but you say that it's become harder for you to find a good man. So it's like, did the world change or did you change? Because you used to never have an issue with it. So could you?
What happened?
Because let me give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example.
I think the world has changed as a whole. I think a lot.
I'm gonna give her an example for a second. So anyway, I had to use her for a second. So I am married, but if I was single today or tomorrow, I can guarantee you, I would bet every dollar that is in my bank account, I would have no issues going to go get a wife. I wouldn't have no issues going to go get a girlfriend. I would have no issues going to get a sleeping partner or any of that, because I'm still, I don't want to say in my prime per se, but I'm still a catch out here. So, and I'm not saying that she's not a catch, but what I am saying, and we talk about this often, I feel like a lot of women, they wait until they lose a lot of their leveraging power. And then you want to go back out here with these standards up here and your value kind of like somewhere in this area. So you're going out here overvaluing yourself. And it's going, do you know how many women I know for a fact, especially if you're a beautiful woman, and we got two beautiful women here, I know for a fact that there is probably some man snooping around that would give you everything that you want and more, but aesthetically, he does not make sense or vibe-wise. Y'all all got him. You can't tell.
He's not lying. And I talk about it often on my show. This is true. This is facts about most women, especially black women, who are the most likely to look over a really, really good, stable, honest, hardworking man for dumb qualities like swagger, the way he wears his clothes, his sense of style, the way he talks, his dialect, how good he can put it down in bed. They're willing to put these things over those first group of qualities that I just named that arguably are far more valuable to any person in the long term. So let's get back into it.
That there is not a good man somewhere deep down in that phone, but either that dick is little, either that stomach is fat, or that energy is off, or he 5'5". Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. Just tell me I'm lying.
You ain't lying.
He will come in right now, pay every single bill, lick your coochie from front to back, rub the heels of your feet every single night. But when you look at him, you're like, man, fuck that. Because somewhere in your mind, he's not equal to you, no matter how good he is. And for any women on here that is I'm gonna be quiet. I apologize. If you are on YouTube right now, come over to my apartment. If you're on TikTok, come over to the YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast right now. You women are lying. There is a man that will do everything that you want him to do. He just don't look the way that you want him to look. He's in that phone right now. If you call him right now and said, I want you to go find me a German hot dog at 2:00 in the morning, he starts speaking Switzerland and shit. He gonna figure it out. So, are the good men hard to find, or are your standards? Never mind. Let me shut up. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Miss Levitra. Go ahead.
No, I was just listening. Hey, I don't know where y'all live at, you know what I'm saying? But where I'm from, it's different here.
Where do you live?
Maybe.
I'm about to let Ali cook. I didn't mean to cut Ali off. Now we're doing the whole proximity. My failures have more to do with the city I live in than me itself. Very lazy perspective. It does not take much to get to this perspective. Speaks to how much she actually cares about finding the truth of her problems.
Where do you live?
I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So it might be different where you at.
No, but I'm saying, you said, and how long have you lived in Fort Wayne, Indiana, if you don't mind me asking?
I've been here about majority of my life, but I moved away for a little bit too as well.
Right, but for a majority of your life, you've never had an issue securing a good man, correct? And
that's what you said.
No, I really haven't.
Hey, Truth, can you ask her what year it changed? What year did that change? What was the year that you were like, I get any? Well, I won't. I get everything. Then one year, just like I can't get it no more.
Really, all that kind of changed once I hit in my 40s. When I hit in my 40s, a lot of things changed with how men treat women. When I start really noticing it, like, dang, okay, maybe it's it's changing out here. It has changed a lot. Now, like you said, could it be me that has changed and I put my standards up?
So this proves on some level, women subconsciously know why they have destroyed their chances in the dating market a lot of the times. But they have a culture amongst each other as women that portrays a message of perfection through the worst blunders that produces this kind of thinking, where women can know the issues or know the reasoning or the timing in which their problems are happening and almost be 1 inch from the solution, but not be able to to do anything about it. Something makes me want to blame just woman culture in general, of how you guys all agree that each other's going to be perfect no matter what. You leave big women, older women, and women who just in general are at a disadvantage. Y'all leave these women out to dry with that theory, and then the good-looking women who will be viewed as something closer to ideal or perfect. Ride off into the sunset with good guys. Go ahead and get back into it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think my standards have changed any. I think that a lot of people just can't meet those standards because they're in a different place in their life. That's it. That's really it. So maybe we just don't see the eye to eye on certain things, and that might not be something that I desire.
Let me hit against this this wall. Hit this wall real quick right here. That hit the wall. You know what I'm saying? But you know, sometimes we hit the wall.
Really haven't.
Hey, True, can you ask her what year it changed? What year did that change? What was the year that you were like, I get everything. Then 1 year, just like I can't get it no more.
Really, all that kind of changed once I hit in my 40s. When I hit in my 40s, a lot of things changed. With
I am speechless at this point. Is there anything that you would like to say?
I'm gonna let Rose handle it.
Okay, yeah, Rose, is there something that you would like to say?
I just used a little bit too.
My thoughts are all over the place because I'm trying to see, because I'm gonna speak for me. So in my 20s and my 30s, my standards have changed. My demands have changed. My requirements have changed. Like when I was 21, my mindset was more so, okay, babe, we gonna get these matching J's so we could go to this kickback. Now I'm, babe, what's your credit score so we can get a house? You know what I'm saying? So we can get a family. Like, how are we gonna figure out how these different streams of income are coming? Like, my mindset has changed. So my standards and what I want and what I require from my 20s to the 30s, they're totally different. So I'm not gonna say she doesn't have a point. It's just I can't relate to that per se, because I'm different. My mindset is different. Like, I'm different mentally. And as far as what I can give and what I come to a relationship with or what I can give to a man, that's different as well.
So you provide what you require in so many words. You provide what it is that you require, right? And
absolutely.
And so as a man, right, if a man sees that in you, like whatever it is that you require, a man's going to make that happen for you. Right. And so I think that maybe if you can provide the things that you require, then your standards are realistic. How many women in today's society do we know for a fact want a man to come with all of these things all the way to the moon, and they're coming with earth level shit? Mm-hmm. Like, how many women do you know that a man's supposed to come around, save you from poverty, come around, be the greatest stepdad ever? Your own kid's father isn't around, but you want me to, like, how many of these women have unrealistic expectations for these men?
I see a lot. I see a lot.
Let's see, because you're a smart woman. Let's see if you can finish these sentences for me. Short men are usually attracted to what kind of men? Short women are usually attracted to what kind of men?
Tall.
And fat women are usually attracted to what kind of men?
Like more so muscular and fit, and they're fit.
And dark-skinned women are usually attracted to what kind of men?
The high yellow men, light skin.
And broke-ass women are usually attracted to what kind of men?
Rich.
So would it be safe to say that a lot of these women suffer from a delusion?
Some of them do. I've seen a lot of interviews on different shows, and some of them do. They're very much so delusional, and
how
they're
many
very
women
much
do you
so
know that are bald damn near under that wig, but to tell you they won't date a man with a receding hairline?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
How many women do you know for a fact if she takes her lashes off right now, she look like the heel of somebody's fucking foot, but will act as if she won't date a below average looking man in the face? How many women do you know for a fact looks identical to her father without that wig on? I'm talking about father's whole.
We must stay focused, brothers.
Everything. How many women do you know with black ass toenails but a turn there? Never mind. I'm gonna stop. I apologize. Brother Ali, would you like to?
I haven't heard you say anything about men. What?
Oh my goodness. Every single time women are brought into reproach, a baby boomer ass black woman always has to say, well, what about the men? Because they come from a time where black women never took accountability just by themselves. They always stood behind their men. Except these aren't women who are willing to stand behind their men anymore. These are the women who are claiming independence more than any other group of women. So they're stuck in two places. The baby boomer generation of women are of the most disturbed of our women over the age of 35. And sadly to say, it gets scarier when you get over the age of 45 in black women.
So what you did was you switched the focus. So you turned it from you turned it on men. So this is what I will tell you about a man with a big stomach. A lot of women like chunkier guys. A woman is what makes a woman high value is her appearance. That is not what makes a man high value. A man can have a stomach the biggest fucking Texas. As long as he's a provider and a protector, that is what makes him high value as a man. Women out here will have a gut the same size as a man and be running around as if she's high value. Your appearance as a woman needs to be maintained and always top tier. As long as a man can provide, a man's penis doesn't even have to work. If he can pay all of those bills and provide shelter for you, provide food for you, and protection for you, technically he's a high value man. It just isn't the same. And so you'll get a woman with a back the size of a man. Like, well, his back is the size. Why would you ever think that the two are comparable? They aren't.
Why wouldn't it be? I mean, I don't get it. What I mean, if a man ain't in shape.
No, hold on, ma'am.
If a man isn't in shape and take care of his body, why should a woman just accept him as he is?
Navitra, are you listening to him talk? Is a woman supposed to be?
Why wouldn't it be? And no, Akan, she's not listening. And I think she's a great example of all the baby boomer women that we see nowadays, all the women over the age of 35 in the black community. I promise you, they're the most delusional. They look at the dating market, not as it is, but as they believe it should be. They believe that it should favor some older women and not all the younger women. They believe that it should be a place where women who got a bunch of baby daddies should still succeed. Everything is in should land, but they refuse to see the dating market for what it is. That's why still to this day they stand as the most unsuccessful group of women in the dating market and probably in the history of the dating market. I don't think there's ever been a more desired group of women to be historically bad at relationships in marriage. And I think this woman is a good example of why we have so many failed families in the black community, because she's not alone in these perspectives. There are a lot of other older baby boomer black women who believe that the dating market is the reason why they didn't have any success. And that's why they're telling all the younger black women to wait until they're 30 to focus on a man, which is actually stupid advice, because really they're bitter about everything that they couldn't accomplish and all the bullshit decisions that they made when they were young. And some of them had fathers and OGs and older people around them telling them the right thing to do. They just didn't do it. Hit the subscribe button, also hit the notification bell so you be notified every single time we post content just like this. See you guys on the next one.